Hello, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Hilk empath, and I just like doing these little talks on the way I feel about things. Kind of an esoteric report. And, well, Benny's at the door and wants to come in, so I need to address that, or we ain't gonna do this with any kind of zen. Benny, jerkface Benny's coming at the door, Marge. Benny's coming, Marge. Benny just interrupted you, the jerkface guy. Go on, all the way to the end. Go in. Go. Go all the way back. Go. Keep going. Don't stop. Go on. Right there. Right there. That's it. Benny likes to make a grand entrance. Benny, just don't be disruptive no more. That was your entrance. Just be chill, Benny. Gonna go to the vet on Tuesday to get a dental. Marge will be a nervous wreck until Benny come home, safe and sound. We're taking a sty off his eye too, huh? That's true story for Benny. But you know what? You know, one of the reasons why I'm in such a good mood today is because he didn't when he got up at 3:30 this morning, I put him on the other side of me and he went back to sleep. And when he got up at 5:30 this morning, he just did the little turny roundy bounce and went back to sleep. So we got to sleep in until about 8 o'clock this morning. And that hasn't happened in, a very long time. Well, a couple days ago when nobody wants to sit, that's rude, dude. A couple days ago when we were practicing feeding him at midnight to see if we could get him to not wake up for breakfast because of the dental. Because he could aspirate. That's the thing, is their stomachs have to be empty because they put him on gas. And if he starts to choke and he has anything in his stomach, that could come up and then go back down into his lungs. And that's called aspirating. So, anyway, today's kind of a, I feel good because I slept good. Mom's in a bad mood. So we're just going to leave her to herself today. She's in that kind of bad mood. Some bad moods I can tell. That's like I can freaking pull her out of it with some hearty, wholesome food, But I could already tell. I'm surprised she didn't ask to watch Longmire today. That's when I really know she's down in her doldrums and in her heritage or her stuff, She always wants to watch Longmire. She's Native American. I get it from her. Anyway, so some interesting revelations are coming about. More and more people, I started doing these videos a couple years back in March, and I got a couple of Sabrinas that actually live here in Sacramento and down there, and so I'm trying to, I don't have kids myself, so I'm trying to present a representation of their aunt. It's like a diary of the time of what their aunt's like without being around their aunt. Soon, next spring, I hope to move back to Reading so I can just drive down and see them. So they'll have a live account of who I am instead of a video representation. They don't get to watch these videos yet. They do like one of the older one. She does like YouTube, and she knows I'm a tuber too, but I'd let her know this content's a little out of her age range, and when she gets a little bit older, and that's one of the reasons why I really try not to cuss a whole lot, because I cuss like a sailor, and I don't trust people who don't, it just adds color. It's just a color, it's just flavor, I don't know. It's all how you look at things, and so I'm trying to just help people change the dialogue here, and because I've always been pretty open-minded, more than most, and people like to tell me, oh, I'm so open-minded, until I present an idea to them, and they're like, oh, God, no, and their mind just goes, closed, shuts like a trap, and I'm like, well, you aren't so open-minded. I could do that with anybody, really, I'm sure that there's a point where my mind would close, Actually, there is a point where my mind closes. If somebody ever tries to tell me it's okay to do harm to an animal, or a child or a person, to benefit them so that they can profit, Now, everybody believes that is harmful and that nobody should be allowed to do it, but look how many people in the world profit from doing just that. so many people, you know. I wonder, you know, supposedly everybody has a number, and money don't matter to me. Only reason why money has any kind of significance in my life is because I have to give it to other people so that they'll, like electricity could be free, but CEOs make 1.5 million a year, so we're paying for that before, we ever get any electricity when we pay our bill. You think my freaking $40 electricity bill is going to actual electricity? No, it don't cost nothing to do that. It's going to pay the CEOs $1.5 million freaking and for what? What do they do? What do these CEOs do that are so important that they make all that? I just want to know. I mean, are they working 24/7? I mean, do they never sleep? I mean, it's not. I just used to, when I was a kid, I used to do manual labor to freaking earn money, and you don't get what you get, in today's market, maybe $5 for mowing a lawn, maybe, I mean, I remember working 2.5 hours, 3 hours, my grandparents' house because I wanted to play the trumpet. And at the end of that, it's hot, I freaking, breaking rocks and doing all kinds of stupid stuff. Grandpa gave me $10. I'm like, this rate, never gonna get there. You know what's weird, though? I have had a trumpet for the last 20 years. Even knew a guy that taught trumpet for the United States Air Force Band. Played trumpet for years and then later became... Still didn't take that opportunity, So that's my own fault there. Taking responsibility for myself. I'm looking for more people like that. I don't see them, man. I don't see people that are... All I see is shallow. Shallow. I see a lot of shallow. I can't even... You want to keep me from getting triggered? I gotta, not go to places like freaking trending on YouTube. That stuff makes my freaking head want to pop. The stuff that is gazillion views, I'm just like, man, the world is full of mental midgets. Man, I can't wait till these freaking people start waking up and start, having some heartfelt conversations and some dialogue on how we can actually curse some change for some positive, put some homeless people in some houses and, all this border talk and all this, all these governments, political posturing is what they talk about. I remember I used to hear things in the news. Last time I did this was about 10 years, before I moved out here, 2000. I think it was probably 2007, 8, 9, 10, 2010, 2015. I'm doing it freaking probably about 2010, somewhere around there. My brother's a judge advocate guy, and I'd be like, man, they're making it so in the city, on the East Coast. This was years ago. They're if you're so close in proximity to the train tracks that police don't need a warrant to bust in if they think that there's acts of terror. Just more BS, more just you don't got no rights and we'll come in when we feel like it. More of that stuff. And so I remember calling my brother and going, man, they can do whatever. He's like, Mark, it's just political posturing. But you know what political posturing is? It's a cop-out for saying a bunch of rich old dudes that have been playing a really expensive game of chess for, I don't know, since 1776, have driven to this country to the point of near destruction out of greed. Medical industries doing it, insurance industries are doing it, sports industries are doing it, industries, all these entities that are just like, money is power and power is money and more, I don't see those things in my world. Those things are freaking gross, nasty, freaking low vibrational, I had a better idea. I had a better vision for what life could have been in this world. Just think about what the world could be if Columbus and all those scumbags that came over freaking would have cooperated instead of just took, killed, mutilated. Dude, all that stuff is freaking twisted, man. So any entity that is for killing, maiming, you know, that's your military. Hey, I was freaking wrapped up in it too. 6 years. I knew I was only going to do 6, though. They weren't going to get no more of that from me, you know. I was stationed at a high-profile base, you know. People told me I had an important job. You know what? All it did is give me a migraine about 27 days out of 30-day calendar. That's all it did, and riddled my back, you know. I don't have no friends from that old life. I have acquaintances, you know. That's the thing, is people use words so lightly. I have acquaintances. I have a world full of acquaintances, and I keep trying to make friends. People don't want to be friends with me that I'm in alignment with, you know. I'm holding out, though. I'm holding out. It's not that I'm not open-minded. It's just that I always say that one thing that just gets people. I want to see if people are open-minded, so I'll put me out there. I'm not freaking gonna hold back no more. People are getting all of Marge, you know? All of me. Because I'm not gonna freaking waste time to see if you're freaking someone that is in alignment with me or not. I just sooner than find out, the better, as far as I'm concerned, you know? So I turn it all the way up. I'm full blast wherever I go, pretty much, but I try and do that in love and light. And when those times come up that I'm not met with that, well, I'll blast you with whatever you come at me with too. You know, the world is too hard. You know, it's too. Wasn't supposed to be like this. It was supposed to be easier for more people, not less, but. It's changing. Every day it's changing, and I feel better and better about things. So that's all I got for now. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.